Story number 7 and the top 2 stories that made it into the meter this week. Story number 7. Foreign affairs will weigh heavily on what the U.S. has and won't give up. Now let me explain this story. Because what's happening is people across the world are saying, if the United States has nukes, why can't we have nukes? If the United States have weapons of mass destruction, why can't we have weapons of mass destruction? So you see this debate happening all over the world. Even Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, he agrees and threatens to develop previously banned missiles if the U.S. does. So it's all of case of monkey see, monkey do across the world. And many people are blaming the United States for their country's woes and not looking in the mirror at themselves. Yemen feels that the Western powers should be accountable for war crimes for providing weapons and logistical support to the Saudi-led coalition backing Yemen's government. If you haven't been keeping an eye, there's been a lot going on in Yemen and in the Middle East period. But you have to ask yourself at the end of the day is, where are these groups like Al-Qaeda, terrorist groups, are they getting their weapons from Iran? Is the opposition, the people who are trying to keep things stable, are they getting their weapons from the West? So the reason why people are saying that the West should be accountable is the fact that we play a big role in who supplies who with these weapons and how these countries are able to fight their wars. And that's why this story of foreign policy and foreign affairs, big topic. That's why it crept in. That's why I said the top 2 stories. Nuclear deals will have a lot to do with, like I said, the United States, because of the fact that we have nuclear weapons, China has nuclear weapons. To be able to see the world disarm all these nuclear weapons would be a great day. It would be great to see people just put down their weapons and just finally get along. But all of these dictators all over the world, like Kim Jong-un, countries seeing a benefit in having a big weapon. I don't see this story. Some of these people, they have an ideology that is very, very hard to erase or get rid of. Power can be a very, very scary topic. And it's becoming a big topic all across the globe. Israel and Lebanon seem to be on the brink of war, according to some reports, but sources say that neither side may actually either be ready or even have an appetite for war. So you see these stories surfacing, and you see a lot of people shining light on the fact that what the U.S. has, we want, and if we can't get it, then we'll use a certain tactic to try to get it. So this is why story number 7 crept its way into the top 8. Foreign affairs will play a key role in the next election cycle. Who will be able to create that magical policy to finally get Kim Jong-un to just dance into his room and finally say he's going to stop shooting off missiles? Who will be able to give Vladimir Putin the confidence he needs to stop building missiles? Who will be able to talk Iran into letting go of the nuclear weapon or trying to obtain one? These are questions that we have ourselves in. Who will be able to dance their way into the fact that the president has a resort in almost every country, to be able to dance politicians into his big hotel rooms? How beneficial is it to be the president, the billionaire president who says he doesn't accept a payroll, but somehow manages to know everybody, and everybody seems to know how his hotel rooms, what type of napkins they have in them? These are big questions, and that's why foreign policy, foreign affairs play a big role in America. Story number 7, I see gaining some steam because everybody wants to know who's going to be the peacemaker and who's going to be able to lead us all to that, medium of peace across the world where there's no death, only love and affection. Utopia, as they would say. Story number 7 definitely has a lot of substance. You're in the Mediator, me, Brian West, where it's my duty every week to give you the top 8 headlines developing news stories. As a child, I was put up to the sun and told by the prophets that I would be a mediator. So if you want to contribute in any way, all you have to do is visit www.method8inc.com, method8.com, where you can buy something, click on something, watch something, or just read something, or just sponsor a program. Every little bit of counts, constantly reminding you that I'm just a mediator, staying in the middle, dodging and dipping from the right to the left, doing my dance to give you the top 8 headlines, going through over 50 to 200 stories every week, placing some of the stories, if you want to check them out, on the website. If you want to check out the top 8 that did make it in, you can go to the website, do your own research for your own cause. And if you want to be a contributor, help me out, all you have to do is visit www.method8inc.com, method8.com, where you can buy something, click on something, watch something, read something, or just sponsor a program. Every little bit counts.
If you need help, then dial your operator.
Have no fear, fellow citizens. The Mediator is here.